But Lynn's here on camera. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
Awesome. So yeah, if you could just tell us a little bit about how you felt when you discovered iHeartMoney Live and what sort of spoke to you about the program.
I kind of knew before I started the program. I'd done a few self-study courses on money mindset, so I knew my money mindset wasn't that good. Um, I was raised by my grandparents and they grew up during the war. So it was very much a scarcity mindset, understandably so. So I was always brought up to believe, you have to work really hard to earn money. You must always save your money for a rainy day. My mom was a stay-at-home mom, so it was like, you need to marry a rich man because women can't make their own money. So I had all of those stories going around, and I knew deep within myself that a lot of that was holding me back from making the money that I really desired in my business. But the real breakthrough I had was actually realizing the one that I created for myself. It didn't come from my family. So that was when I started my holistic healing business about 7 or 8 years ago. I was still in my 9 to 5 job. And I kept telling myself, if only I can make enough money to leave my 9 to 5 job. So if only I can make the same amount of money every month as I do in my 9 to 5, that will be great, that will be amazing. And I did, which was great and amazing, and I was able to leave my job. But I realized that I kept telling myself that month after month, if only I can make the same amount to cover the bills, to cover the mortgage payments, I'll be great. And I remember the first call I had with you on the course, I asked, why can't I make any more money in my business? Why am I stuck here? And it was only then, after going and doing the inner work that came with the workbook, that this light bulb moment came, that I had been telling myself that over and over again. So that was the first big shift that I had from the program.
Amazing. And what did that enable you to do or create?
There's just the belief in myself. I'd always had the belief that I live in a small town, so I can't really charge high prices. And, the more I worked through the program, the more I started to believe that I was worthy of charging those prices, and that, my work was worth it, that the results that my clients were getting was absolutely worth it. So, it really just gave me the confidence to raise my prices was the first thing. Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. And so when you went through the program, tell us a little bit about the community support and how you found that.
Amazing. Yeah, that's definitely the big difference. Like I said, I'd done a couple of self-study courses before, and you listen to it on your iPod when you're out for a walk, but you don't actually sit down and do the work. And when you have a support of all these amazing women behind you, and they're all in the Facebook group sharing every day about their successes and about their breakthroughs, it really encourages you to sit down and do the work. And without doing the inner work, it's not possible. You've got to start.
I think that's such an important factor, because so often we're nervous about raising our prices or putting it out there that we actually want to make a lot of money, or that we have this desire to do big things. But when you're in a group of women who has similar goals to you, it makes all the difference. It increases your confidence, it increases happiness, it increases drive. You feel less alone. And I'll let you answer this, but from my perspective, I think that my groups are really special in that it's not like catty, judgmental women. Even if you feel jealous of someone, I really preach that you can use that jealousy for good and allow it to inspire you to do more and to move forward. And so I think that these groups are really, really special and part of clients in my programs getting even more success. But I'd love your thoughts on that.
Yeah, absolutely. The community is such a huge part of it. I'm an energy worker, so whenever you bring up jealousy, I automatically go, no, you can't feel jealousy. That's really bad. You can't have those negative emotions. But the work that I did, the person that came up for me was Rebecca Campbell, that wrote The Light is the New Black. Yeah. By the time I got to the end of the exercise, I was like, it's inspiring to know that I can do exactly the same thing as she can. She's just the same as me. why not?
Amazing. Yeah, the why not me technique.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah.
So, what would you say has been the thing you're most proud of from doing the money mindset work?
Most proud of. I just I knew from months before I joined this program, I was on the waiting list for iHeart Coaching, and it was just, I just go with my intuition with these things. I knew from I had my baby that none of this was negotiable anymore. I wasn't prepared to stay small anymore. I had to create a successful business. It wasn't just about me anymore. It was a whole family was in the picture, and I wanted to be able to spend more time with him. So yeah, it was just non-negotiable. I knew that I had to do this work, and that the time was now. I had been following you for about a year beforehand, and it wasn't really until the baby was in the arms that I said, this is non-negotiable. I have to do this work. And I know Rochelle's, the same. Women with kids, we can all relate to wanting to make a better life for our family, and even women without children, of course. We all deserve to have the very best of everything. And that's one of the things that you teach, that it's okay to want to have money and to want to have success. You can still be a good person and a spiritual person. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. And so often, we forget about the other people who this work impacts, whether it's your direct family and kids, or the friends watching from the outside, or the other people in your small town who see you creating like this amazing, you have a 6-figure business now, right?
Almost, yeah.
Almost 6-figure business, right? And you're able to hopefully share that with people and, show people what you've done so they know it's possible for them too. And I just think it's so, so important. And the other thing that you really touched on and reminded me is, just to be confident about the things that are calling you, because you could have easily said, oh, I just had a baby and there's not a lot of time, I'm running my business, but you knew that something was calling you, and something that something in this program and this work was lighting you up. And so you made it a non-negotiable. And that word is really important. A lot of people don't use that word, and maybe I've never heard it, but it's about making a decision that something is meant for you and going for it and finding a way to make it happen.
Yeah.
So what would you say to anyone on the fence about the program?
Just dive in and do it. Things Stress will always come up around money. I had something similar. That I took my non-negotiable trip to Florida, which I've done for the past 2 years for a month, and I've been off on maternity leave. I didn't really have the money to pay for it in the first place, but I just trusted that it would all come together. And there was a moment where we came home and we checked the bank account, and there was a little bit of stress cropped up. But now you have those tools that, yes, my bank account might not look any good, but I'm not going to let myself go down into that dark place. I have all of these tools to instantly lift myself up and know and trust that, as you always say, money is energy, and you can create more of it just as you create energy.
Yeah, that's such an important reminder, because I spoke about this on the masterclass the other day, that as we go to the next level, we need this work to consistently raise the bar, because even when you have done this work once, there is stuff that will creep in that will cause you to feel doubt or fear, and fear is always along for the journey in some respect. So the sooner you get used to that and know how to handle it and know how to continue to move forward despite that coming up, those are the people that are most successful, not the people who, never experience doubt or fear, because those people don't exist. You just have to know how to deal with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing and for being on live and for being on video. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Emily.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Bye.